Hey Joy, how are you?
Hey,
Are we on?
yes, I think so. This time I won't slide my app so it closes and ends the recording. Um,
That's a good idea.
Hi, guys, welcome back to another episode of Flipping the Script with Joy and Becky. Yay, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah,
Happy
so
Moon, brother.
I don't know what we're doing.
Um, I don't either. I think we should just fly by the seat of our pants and see where spirit guides us.
Yeah, I've been kind of what am I trying to say? I've still been purging. I've been purging like this entire time. It's crazy.
Good.
Yeah. I feel like we were talking about dips, going through dips and raises and trying to go with the flow. And I feel like I'm on a freaking roller coaster. Gonna fly off.
As long as that roller coaster is still ascending and still rolling on the tracks, I think you're good.
Yeah, and I just mentioned earlier, I was talking to somebody and I said, yeah, no, even when I'm super sad, it's still a higher frequency than I used to be. Like my worst days today are still better than my best days back then. That's what
Yep.
I'm trying to say. I was drawing a few cards too, kind of drawn to do that this morning.
Sure.
I got clinging to the past. I got guilt and participation.
Ooh, you're participating in the guilt and clinging to the past.
Yeah, pretty freaking much. I'm gonna be honest, it's been pretty tough. I feel like we are going through an unknown stage. We're finally getting to like I can't say that because Ascension is pretty much an entirely unknown process to
New
us.
frontier.
But yeah, so I'm thinking, are we okay with not knowing? Are you okay with not knowing?
I know it's got to be better. That's all. That's all. I have faith and I trust that it's going to be better than anywhere I've ever been. And I know God's got me no matter what happens. And even if it doesn't look great on the outside, it like you said, it's better now than it ever was before. So even on the worst days, it's still good.
It's true. It is. I 100% agree with that.
Oh, and the dogs are confirming.
They're calling me. There they are, confirming. Can't even talk. But yeah, I feel like now is a good time to this is what I'm getting from spirit. Now is a good time to like cut cords and attachments. Make a list of things that you no longer want in your life. Whether it's people, places, things, attitudes, outcomes, attachments, cords, whatever comes out, just write it all down and then burn it on a paper. Burn it.
Burn, baby, burn. I think I was telling you to do that the other day. Write down what you want and then burn it. I mean, I don't know. Did you ever do that? Did you write down like the list that we were talking about of because
Well,
last time we were talking about manifestation. So and then you and I privately were talking about what you want to see in certain relationships in your life. And so did you have a chance to write things down and then burn them?
yeah, and I think that it's also this is what's coming to me. Okay, so I asked for that to happen. And now it's happening, so why am I struggling so hard with that?
Because we want what we want when we want it, but we don't want it how it comes.
And we don't know the process, right? I was totally confused on how it's supposed to, work out and how it's supposed to work out and the process to get to that point where it works out. And we don't know what it looks like, And so, yeah, again, I'm just learning how to trust. And what I did, though, I did do a cord cutting ceremony just to get rid of cords and attachments that no longer serve me, that were negative and don't need to go forward in my relationship. That's what I did. And I burnt, I didn't have candles, so I just put our names and some symbols in some other things on the papers and rolled them up. And then I tied a little string around it to another paper with the other person and that. And then I burned it. And then I just let universe have it. I let God have it, you know? But I've been struggling, and see, that's us. That's the mind trying to take back control, and the mind doesn't really need to be into control. We need the heart to be into control.
Yeah. Well, I pulled some cards, and you want me to tell you what they say?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. New beginnings and a fresh start, and positive thoughts create positive results. I think that is like right where we're at.
And we are, because the thing about with the card I got, clinging to the past, and with you getting moving into the future, it's just the end of cycles. We're ending cycles, and so because we're ending, like, it could be jobs, it could be relationships, it could be friendships, but sometimes our friendships even need to just, not that you need to kill it, just to put it to rest, not rest in peace like death, but
let it vibe out, and and vibe into something new. And that's where I was this morning. I was with a new circle of friends, a Reiki circle, that I found. Spirit guided me to it. Free Reiki circle, with other Reiki practitioners, and we all sit around and talk about all of this stuff. And they were like, star seeds this and stars, and I was like, yes, I'm home. It was so awesome. Like, I've been so isolated for the last 2-3 years since I woke up, and I haven't had physical people, like
Same.
one or two people that I know, but they live where I am from, in South Florida. So people that I know from the physical realm, not just internet friends, and people that I don't know in real life. And then today I get to meet actual people who live in my area, who talk my same talk and walk my same walk. Well, I don't know,
I
it
don't know
sounds
about
like they walk the same walk, but I haven't seen them walk too much, just and it was amazing. I'm sure that, this is going to be the start of spirit guiding me towards, making this more real in my reality. And I've been working on that really hard, on a spiritual level inside, and now I'm seeing that projected outside. And so that's where the growth, I'm seeing it, like, wow, I worked on me, and now it's happening outside of me. And that's where it has to happen, inside first, and then we see it on the outside. So, I'm all excited. I'm like jumping for joy.
That's amazing, and that's like for the rest of us, don't give up, because it's going to happen. It's just on a different time schedule than other people, and I have always felt like that. Like, I've always actually been a cheerleader. Like, I've always been like, I want the best for people around me, and I've always been like a cheerleader. So, like, even in early sobriety, I was like seeing people, they get sober, they get their kids back, they get jobs, they get their life, you could see them flourishing. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing. And I used to help people do that by, being an AA sponsor and that kind of stuff, which I'm also available to do still. But I was like, dude, always watching other people get what I wanted, though. You know what I mean? Not that I'm jealous, not that I covet what they have, because no, I don't. I don't want what they have. I want what is mine, if that makes sense. But I'm just watching everybody, it's payday. It's payday. And I'm just like, where's my payday? I have payday.
I know, if it's
want
here for me, you know what I mean? If it's coming into my world, then it's only a hop, skip, and a jump away. I know it. You just have to have faith. Keep that faith.
I've been afraid to reach out too, because I've been afraid of being that person, so because no one else in my life is a spiritual person. No one else in my life has gone through an awakening. No one else in my physical life here, excuse me. Not, I have a lot of friends online. Sorry guys, I love you. We're going through this together too. But in my physical world, no, I don't. And in the past year, I really have been limited on where I'm able to go. And I've been really just stuck here in the desert. I feel like wandering around for 40 days, but it's been over a year. It's been too freaking long in this desert. Oh my God, that's where I'm at. But I want so much for other people to make it. I have to make sure that I'm not putting myself on the back burner to help other people, because I have literally, that's how I was brought up, like to take care of other
women,
people.
that's how we're programmed too.
Yeah, not my needs don't matter as long as I'm service to other people. Everyone else's success is my success.
And that is the total program of the Matrix, the bizarro world backwards thinking,
Big time, because of, and honestly, because that's the way I was raised, being of service. Like, I'm not sacrificing myself to be of service anymore. That doesn't mean I can't be of service. That just means I'm
service to self comes first, and it's not selfish to serve yourself first. It is not. We're taught in this society that as mothers and wives that we need to serve the household, the head of the table, and the children, and then we eat our food cold. And absolutely freaking not anymore. Not anymore. I refuse to eat a cold meal. I'm going to sit down and eat first, and they can come and get their food.
They come get their food, yeah.
They can come and get their food. You know what I'm saying? I set it out. I set it up. I do what's required of me, and then I take care of myself.
Yeah.
Everybody else is capable. It is not my requirement. It's not my job to literally hand feed other people. But that's what I've done. And I lost myself in that for so long, to where I forgot my identity, to where my husband doesn't even know me, because now I'm my authentic self, and he's going, who are you? You're weird. And it's like, no, I was always this person. You just never knew it because I hid it from you, because I
hid it from him. Yeah.
I was afraid. And now he's like, well, I don't know if I like this person. And I'm like, well, this is what you got. So you're either going to like it or it's bad.
That's where we're at. And he gets the freedom, because we all have free choice. We all have free will, so he can choose to stay or go.
Yeah.
If I'm too much, that's great. But I feel like it's in a way, it's like an evolution all in its own, because that perspective didn't exist 2 years ago. His perspective is completely different now. He is way different than he used to be. Yeah. He is not the same person. He has put us first. I'm sorry, I'm going to go into a little bit, so I hope I don't make anyone mad. But the truth is, he's put us first before himself. He's put me before himself. He's put his kids before himself. He's put his job before himself. He lost himself, just like I did, putting everyone else first. So now is a good time for us to not actually like legally separate or anything like that, but to separate, just cut cords, cut attachments, be okay by yourself in the relationship. Does that make sense? Like, this is what I'm learning how to do right now. I just saw 333 but
I did before when we were recording, when it hit 333.
I got 1333, but that works. And I'm like, confirmation, not to get into it, but yeah, he needs to see what he wants too. It's not all about me, and I'm trying to do that. Like, and then I have to, and this is where it gets tricky, because I have borderline. And like you said, I lost my identity. Now, borderline personality disorder is basically the lack of identity. I have a lack of identity. So if I go and I hang out with people from the military, I'm going to pick up their mannerisms, because that's who I'm hanging out with. Yes. But it's a little worse than that, because I literally take it as that's who I am. So it's a little farther than just a normal chameleon. I take it as that's who I am. That's me. Now, when I'm separated from that, I don't know who I am anymore. See, I lost who I am because I'm not hanging out with that group anymore. So then I don't know who the fuck I am. I go find some other people and I change to fit them. And then where am I? Who am I? I don't know. And I've been wandering around my entire life that way, girl. And when I got diagnosed in 2006, you know, it was due to a fight with my husband at the time, my ex-husband now. And I am just now like learning how to integrate that and allow that to be. I don't know how. I have to allow that to be because that is a part of who I am. I can't shove that down and hide it and say that that's not me and be ashamed of it and put that piece of me in a corner and be ashamed of that piece of me. No, I have to take that. This is hard for me. I have to like take that piece of me and like pull it in, because even though it's a shadow and some people think it's bad, or I thought it was bad, I have to take that and put that back where it goes and integrate that piece, that soul fragment. You know, that's a soul fragment that I kicked out. You know, I can't do that. That's a part of who I am, is borderline. So my counselor is helping me learn how to have my own identity. And I just started like literally 3 weeks ago. And all I've really been able to do is dump my trauma, because I haven't had a place.
Yeah, you need to get through all that first, and then you can get to the meat and
It's a lot.
potatoes.
It's a lot. So I want people to know, like, it's okay that you've been carrying your shit your entire life. It's okay to let that go. And it's okay. You don't need to leave that inner child in the corner that you think is bad because everyone else said it's bad or different, or it doesn't fit in, or it doesn't fit the whatever. It doesn't fit the scenario. It doesn't mean you need to be ashamed of that piece of you, right? Yeah. So we need to just be okay with the broken pieces of ourselves. We need to be okay if we are broken. That doesn't mean we're worthless, like we've been taught or told or yelled at. That doesn't mean we're worthless.
No,
That doesn't mean we can't.
sometimes the most beautiful art, and one of my favorite art forms, is like mosaics, where, and not necessarily where it's, you know, perfect little pieces, where it's just shattered glass, and it's all in, it's this beautiful work of art. I mean, think about that. You couldn't make stained glass without breaking that glass. You couldn't make these beautiful things that you see in these cathedrals and stuff without having to shatter some of that. You know what I mean? There, you got to break something to make it beautiful sometimes. Sometimes we don't need to be perfect. I mean, who wants perfection? You know what? You know who wants perfection? AI. You know who wants perfection? The Matrix. You know, the things that aren't real, they want perfection. Because it's a simulation, it's a robot, and it's a program, and it all works when everything is exactly the same, and the program runs smoothly. It doesn't work when we're all our individual, broken, healed, beautiful selves who are unique, and we have our own gifts, and nobody can control us, and we're in our own power, and we know who we are and what we want. We're not easy to control, and we're not easy to predict. And so we don't fit into this matrix because we're not perfect according to them, but we're perfect according to God.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, we don't fit in. We weren't meant to fit in here. And that's why we can't be, you know, that's why we have these labels of BPD, ADHD, ADD, PTSD. You know, they like to put labels on us because we're the ones who can't be controlled.
Well, that way they can classify us, and then we can start believing in those things, and then our powers make us those things. You know, our power of belief and thought creates the reality around us. So if you believe, okay, I'm sick, and this is the box I fit in, and you truly start believing, okay, this is where I fit in, then you actually become that. And so that's why they want to label us all and put us in boxes. That way we believe that's where we belong, and then we fit in that box. But we're bigger than the box. There's no box that we could fit into.
There
We
isn't.
fit into all of them and none of them. We are the box. We are outside of the box. We're inside. We're all of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
us.
Too. That's me, you know?
Yes.
I'm the player. I'm the game. I'm the creator. I'm the producer.
I was going through the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell.
Yes.
And of course, my favorite card, as I was shuffling and I go, oh, I want that card. And then it popped out.
course it
Don't you
does.
love that when you see it and you're like, oh, I hope I get that card, and then you get the card. So it said, don't dim to fit in. How is that not?
True.
That is exactly us. And then, of course, Lemuria, which is, home. And
Yeah.
then trust the niggle, which I was like, what is a niggle? And so I just read it, and it said, basically the nagging feeling. Trust your nagging feeling. Trust your gut. Trust that feeling inside that, that's you, that's your spirit, that's your higher self, that's whoever, God, whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
that's pointing you in the right direction. When you see 333 or 1111 or 1010 or 123 or whatever, whenever I see numbers on a clock or just in general when I'm driving, 777 888,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what does that mean? It doesn't necessarily mean something specific as far, it could, but as far as I'm concerned, it just means I'm on the right path. It just means spirit's trying to talk to me. Spirit's trying to get me to pay attention, or
Yeah.
it's a confirmation that I'm doing the right thing. Confirmation like, hey, we're right here with you. Like, don't forget, we're right here. And then sometimes it is, 888. I'll be like, oh, abundance. you know,
Yeah.
or
Exactly.
777, heaven on earth, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, truly, numbers are huge with me too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a good check-in. Like that's a good check-in. Like, okay, I've done what is it? Melchizedek's numbers. I've done Cryon. I've listened to Cryon's what is it? Joe Carroll? Not Joe Carroll. What's his name?
Lee Carroll.
Lee. Yeah, Lee. And anyways, thank you. And I was listening to him. I think it was the Lightworkers Handbook. I'm not sure. It might have been a different video. And he said, when you see 1111, and I looked up and it fucking said 1111. And I was
Confirmation.
like, and this is like old, like, I mean, the fucking recording was there for 5 years, I mean,
I
I
know.
mean, boom, that is synchronicity. That's how you know
Yeah.
the universe is like, hello, I am
Oh, got
here.
chills.
I am real. You are not forgotten. You are important. Your path is just about to begin, and that is basically what I've been going through. And I got full body chills too, because
Yeah, me
we
too.
know spirits, we're on that path for a reason, and we need to believe in that and stop putting doubt in our heads and believing the matrix. Stop
Yeah.
believing people who are in the matrix because they don't know yet.
And it's not even them, because we
It's not
love
their
these people, and it's the programs, it's what they've been taught, it's their fears, it's the ego, it's everything that that they believe that's coming out of them, not necessarily from their heart, because a lot of people don't operate from the heart chakra. They don't live through love, they live through fear or whatever else it is that they're living through. And
yeah.
so these people that you're seeing are just projections of their pain, and
That's
it's not even a projection of who they truly are. And so you love this person, but they may say things to you that don't vibe with you, like my mother, not to get into specifics, but yesterday I was over there for breakfast, and she's, talking Bible this and Bible that, and you don't believe in the right God. And it's like, um we're not going to get into it. I love you, and that's as far as it needs to go. And today when I went to my Reiki circle, we were talking about Dolores Cannon and forgiveness, and my mom is like my biggest hurdle. I think a lot of people experience that, of being a mother, and and dealing with a mother, and we just have a lot of issues with our parents in general. And so my mom is like my biggest trigger. So today we were working on forgiveness. And of course, my mom pops into my head because she's always the one that, I have the most difficult relationship with.
yep.
And I forgive her. I forgive myself. I forgive all versions of myself, all versions of her, in all lifetimes, across all times, planes of existence, past, present, and future. And not that she needs my forgiveness, but I need the forgiveness for myself. I need to say, okay, it's time for me to cut this cord to the contracts of pain and the karmic cycles, and I'm ready to stop feeling this pain, so that I stop getting triggered when I'm around her. And how do I grow from this so I don't continue to get triggered every time I'm around her? And because I love my mother, but we have a tumultuous relationship that goes back and forth because we don't see things the same way. Doesn't mean that we don't care about each other. It just means that her view of the world is completely different than mine, and there's no point in arguing about it. I'm not going to change her. She's not going to change me. but we can still love each other regardless. And I think that's where I'm coming to terms, is that even with my husband, he does not see 5D. He doesn't see 3D. He's stuck in 2D. I don't know, he's back in the caveman age. I don't know where he is. It's not my job to figure it out, but
Exactly.
not my job to judge either. He's wherever he is, and it's not my job to pull him out of that. It's my job
Yep.
to love him regardless of where he's at.
Yep.
And it's taken me a long time to learn that, because I want to change him. I want him to be on the same page as me. I want him to be on the same page as me, holding my hand the whole time. And the truth is that I need to hold my own damn hand, realize I have spirit guides that'll hold my hand, that anytime I reach out, someone's there holding my hand. And
I will hold your hand.
right now on the clock.
Yeah. Yep.
111 on the clock. That's funny. And 2525 on the phone.
I saw that.
We are like synchronized today, but that's a good topic. We could talk synchronicities, because that's what we were talking about the other day after our last podcast, was synchronicities. And then you saw something on Facebook that was confirmation of that. And then I saw something that was confirmation of that, and something else. And it was like, bam, bam. And then literally a post about synchronicity. And I was like, all right, we hear you, universe. We hear you loud and clear. Keep it coming.
Talking. Yeah. God is speaking. And then, I mean, synchronicity is like, because there's no such thing as coincidences. There's no such thing as accidents. Everything happens for a reason. Bad, good, it's just a label. It doesn't matter. Everything happens for a reason. We're the ones that label it good or bad. So
I think of synchronicity as like a glitch in the matrix. It's like glitch. You know what I mean? Like we're breaking out little by little shifts here and there. Like the spirit, excuse me, our guides can't interfere. Is what I want to say. Our guides cannot interfere with our free will, but they can send us signals. They can send us signs. They can send us energy. They can send things. And when we're ready to perceive them and ready to see them and ready to accept them, then and we ask for them, then they come and work with us. But they're sitting there. They're sitting there watching us, going, come on, pay attention the whole time. And then when we finally do, they're dancing, they're singing, they're in the background going, she got it. And they're so excited. Yeah. I'm getting chills. I'm getting a whole body hug.
It's up to us to pay attention. It's up to us to raise our vibes to reach that frequency. They don't need to reach our frequency. That's our job. Our job is to get up as high vibration as possible, or high frequency, just by living in our authentic self, doing what you like to do, following your heart, following your dreams, following your highest excitement, And, I had an experience here recently where I was like so excited. I was going to go. I was like, yeah, I'm finally going to get out of here, and I was going to go. And then something happened and I was just like, that's really just not my highest excitement anymore. I'm sorry. It's just not. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do that now. I guess that's not what I was meant to do, because I'm going to go. I'm not sure yet. I don't really have that many friends. So I don't know, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I have a weekend in April where I get to go do something by myself or with a friend or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but.
No, maybe it's time for you to like reconnect with you. Like maybe it's time for you to like, you know what I mean? Like maybe there's a reason that situation didn't work out with someone to go with. That maybe you're meant to do something on your own. Because there's a lot of times where I make plans and then at the last minute things fall through, but I'm still meant to go.
Well, I've never done anything by myself. Ever.
Well, then there you go. That right there is signal enough. God and spirit, whatever you want to call it, are saying, hey, Joy, connect with yourself, connect with us.
But I can do that here. I'm just saying, I'm doing that here. That's my full-time job.
No, but you can do that there in your isolation. But to get out, like go to Sedona for the day and go walk around some shops and you don't have to even buy anything.
But just I just want to go to the nature. Yeah, I just want to go outside, like lay on the ground.
Well,
I
Yeah,
used
I
to
know. I
all the
mean,
time.
maybe the trees, you know what I mean? Like the trees. When I go hiking with somebody, I'm distracted. I'm paying attention to them. You know, if I go with my sister, it's all about like, oh, I'm tired or I'm hungry or, or I don't want to do this or, whatever. It's distraction. It's a distraction. So when I go hiking by myself, and even the dogs distract me. If I go hiking, just me, no dogs, no sister, no friends, no nothing. And it's just me and nature. I bring my crystals, not all of them, obviously. I can't carry them all in a bag, but I'll bring like 10 pounds of crystals in my backpack and sage and, salt and water, whatever spiritual tools that I want to bring. I bring them and I have a little ceremony. I have a little ritual out there by myself and I hug the trees and I bless the trees and I talk to them and they talk to me. And I can't do that when I'm with somebody else, you know?
I don't know. I'm just always happy to be around people. Like I'm alone right now. Like I feel like I've been in isolation this entire time, you know? So there's also that. Like I really just fucking miss being around people.
I know, and I wish I was closer because I would be at your house every day. Like, Joy, let's go for a walk. Joy, let's go hug a tree. you know?
Yeah. It's hard because nobody like I know that people around me care, but there's
Mhm.
nobody.
Well,
You
it's
know, I'm
connection.
always
There's a difference in caring about somebody and connecting with somebody, and I feel like that's what you're wanting is to connect with somebody on a physical level, and that's what I want too. And even though I've met these people and they're new and everything, I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not connected to them yet. Um, so I mean, I hope for that, but still, I've got my guard up. And when they did the Reiki, like they felt that they were like, "Yeah, you definitely have like a block on your heart chakra and like your solar plexus is
yeah,
like this
absolutely.
big block." Because for years, and my throat chakra especially, and I felt as they were working on me, I felt like spiky, like electrical shocks in my throat chakra, and they asked me like, "What's going on there?" And I'm like, "I've had to be quiet for so long that I don't know how to speak up around people, physical people, because I've been told I'm crazy. I've been told to shut up. I've been
Yep.
told that I don't know what I'm talking about, or that it's evil, or that it's wrong, or something's wrong with me, or I'm weird. We've been shut down by these people that are programmed for so long. And so to be around people that are talking about spiritual principles and living their life and believing all the things that I believe in, I'm like, I'm in shock. I'm in awe. Like there are actual people, like they're just not on the internet. There's actual people that I can see, touch, and feel here. And
Yeah.
I still am in disbelief. And so even though I'm all excited, it's like, okay, let me not I'm trying to not attach any thoughts to it, trying not to get tied into it. And I didn't even tell my husband that I was going or that I met this group until like right before, because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to share it. I didn't want to tell him because I didn't want him to put any
Yeah.
negativity on it,
That's
because
all this
that's what
negative
people
too.
do. Is
Ugh.
you tell them, oh, I'm so excited about this. Like when we were talking about, traveling and stuff. Oh, I'm so excited about this. And what did I do? I tell my husband, I tell my mother. And what do? Oh, that's scary. Oh, this is going on. Oh, the UFO shot down. You need to stay home. Oh, we can't afford it. Oh,
I,
this or that. And so
it's like
I
forget
get all this negativity attached to my joy. So when I find something that I'm like really excited about, I'm like, I'm not telling anybody,
nope,
because nobody's going to take my joy away.
nope,
Nobody.
nope. Exactly. It sucks because I'm like, I'm gonna make a 12-step master class, and they're just like gonna look at me with their mouths open, like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I could make a couple hundred per person to up to $1,000 per person because it's literally like a 12-week course, and so it's a work in progress, and I'm literally have this dream. And my
Mm-hmm.
counselor's going to help me, maybe get it together so that I could get it together. But, I don't know everything. I'm still learning, and I'm learning as I'm doing it.
If you
But
know everything, it's because you're no longer here in your God. You know what I mean? I think the only person that knows everything is God. And I went into that class today to learn. You know what I mean? Like I went into the Reiki group to learn, like with an open mind. And I think as long as we stay like newborn babies, just absorbing everything, that's a better place to be than know-it-alls.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be that because and what sucks the most, I think this is, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, is being misunderstood. Being
Hmm.
misunderstood. Like my intentions are so fucking far misunderstood. Like the people around me and the people I talk to, like I I've gone to the point where I just get exhausted. I don't even explain myself anymore. I'm like, fuck it. If they get the wrong idea about it, I'm just whatever. Then have the wrong idea. I'm not going to explain myself anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted from
Yes.
explaining myself. Just take the wrong idea and run with it then. I don't really care if
I
that's
have
how it
talked
is.
to brick walls after brick walls after brick walls that look like people, but they're brick walls. And I'm
Yeah.
going, hello, and I'm knocking on this brick wall, and the brick wall, the only thing the brick wall does is hit me in the head, because not because it's hitting me in the head, but I'm hitting myself and
Yeah. I
into
mean, it
it.
hurts after you hit the wall a couple times with your fist,
Yeah.
doesn't it? You know,
Yes,
you know what?
literally like head bashing into the wall, like, hello, can you hear me? Hello. And it's like, nobody's there. This thing's not turned on. The only thing turned on here is me. And I got to stop hitting my head against the wall and
Yep.
find a window or a door to jump out of.
Yeah. But I mean, we can relate to that. So, I mean, reach out to us here if you're going through that too, because we understand,
Well, and I know a lot of people all over the place that, if somebody is going through, wanting to find someone in your physical world, we know people on the internet. They might be in your area, so reach out to us and tell us, where you're at, and we'll try to find somebody who's able to connect. I can't guarantee, but that's how we are. We're all over the place, and we're connected through the internet or through Facebook or through Telegram or whatever, or YouTube or whatever. But we're not all in the same physical place. But we know of other people who are like, I've got a friend in Texas, I've got a friend in Tennessee, somebody in Pennsylvania, I think. They're all over the place, but just not not right here.
I got four corners in the United States and in other countries too. But,
Oh yeah, I've
like,
got lots in Washington.
yep, Atlanta, then I got New York. I have a friend in Pennsylvania too. And then I have Washington and then me down here in California. So we have like all four corners covered, which is pretty cool. I just realized that like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, yeah, we do. And we do.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we're stretched out. I mean, think about it. Would God like put all the lighthouses in one port? You
no.
know, no, because the ships need them on every port. We need
Yep.
to be all over the place, shining our lights in different areas
Can't I
to
just be the
bring that
foghorn?
up.
Can't I just be the foghorn?
Yeah, you could be the seventh trumpet. Okay,
You guys can be the light. I'm gonna just sit here
Joy's
and
gonna Joy's
yeah,
gonna blow all the trumpets. Okay.
that'll work.
I'll break the seals. You blow the trumpets. Okay.
Word
You know,
team,
that's
Shit.
funny. Talking about the trumpets and stuff. I was just reading Revelations the other day, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, this is just like I can't even do this. Like I can't. Like I am not a Bible thumper. I am not. I think it's
Exists anymore.
manipulated. Yeah,
Vibrated past those timelines. So I
yeah.
mean,
I
that's
feel like it's not even talking about now. I feel like
nope.
this already happened, and we're looking at it like, oh, we're waiting for this to happen. I don't think so. I think all that already happened, and we're living in the 1,000 years, and we're all asleep, just ready to wake up. Like in the
We're
what do
gonna
you call
bring
it?
that. We're bringing that
Yeah,
shit in.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
no,
I think we have a whole new reality that's not even written. That all
it's
that's in the past, and we've got a whole new book a whole new a whole new volume that
it's
needs to be
literally
written.
simultaneously here. I mean, it's a choice between we want to live here in the way we've had it, or do you want something better? And I feel like every single person on this planet right now is feeling the energy, first of all, because you can't not feel it because the solar flares affect the entire planet. And secondly, um, everyone's also getting a change of perspective. I don't know if you pay attention to how people are talking, like even just in passing, you can hear people. And
Mhm.
it's like, I mean, it's happening.
I mean,
Like,
that's the funny thing. You run into somebody in the grocery store, and they're talking about revelations and living in the apocalypse, and all this
I'm
stuff.
like,
And I'm
no,
like,
we're not doing that. Okay, I don't know
that's
who
not my
would lie to
timeline.
you, but that's not
I'm
going to
not.
happen.
Yeah, I'm not going on that timeline. Well, the thing that that stuck out to me the most about Revelations, where it talked about the new earth, and it was describing the new earth, but it was saying that there is no sun, and then the sun only comes from God. But I noticed that in the Bible a lot when they say God, they're really not talking about God, God. They're talking about
No,
something else.
they're talking
And so,
about their God or whatever God they
so
want to throw out
yeah,
there.
and to me, it sounded like they were talking about going into the earth, inner earth, which to me reminds me of, like, the other half of us, the darker half of us, that are hiding in these places in the earth
Oh,
where
the
there is no
tunnels.
light.
Those
And
tunnels.
then when they describe new earth, they talk about these jewels and gold, streets lined with gold and jewels and all these things, and I'm going, that's not a new earth that I want. I
No,
have never wanted gold and jewels. I love my crystals, don't
really.
get me wrong,
Huh.
but I
Yeah.
don't want money and gold and physical things. That's not New Earth. New Earth is an open field with fresh fruit and vegetables and running through with clean air and clean water and animals that can talk to you and people that you don't even have to speak a word, and you're vibrating on the same frequency, and you could just look
Yep.
in someone's eyes and you feel their soul. That's my new earth.
And you can
So
talk to them without speaking, and you can get their impression without
yes,
even having to know who they are. And you can, I mean, we're already doing that though. See, we're just now learning how to, fine tune our gifts, because that's what I was headed with. People's perceptions changing because our gifts are coming online.
hmm,
And that's how it's happening. That's what's
people
going to
are
happen.
people are waking up in one way or the other, and we have to. That's the thing, is when people wake up, you have to go through this purging and releasing everything that you thought you knew, and just completely let it go. Because my perception of, I was raised Catholic, my perception of God and Jesus and heaven and hell and all of this stuff is completely different now than what I was taught and what I thought. Not what I believed. I never believed. I believed in Jesus. I believe in God, but I've never believed in all the other stuff. But you have to let all that dogma and all that doctrine and all those things that you've been taught, and even just around how you've been raised, not even with religion, just everything that we believe to be the way that it's supposed to be. You have to purge all of that. You
Right.
have to start from a clean slate where you're going, I don't know what's out there, but there's infinite possibilities and anything's possible. Fuck, rainbow and a unicorn could come jumping off of a rainbow in my backyard right now, and I'd be like, hell yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be afraid of that. Come on, bring it on. And I accept that there are infinite possibilities, and if I can imagine it, it can be possible somewhere. And
Exactly.
that keeps the universe open. That keeps me open to the universe and open to these magical possibilities of wonderful things. It's when we close our minds and we're going, no, but we learned this and that can't be true. And no, because I can't feel it, touch it, see it, or hear it, or taste it, that it can't be real. No, those are the things we're taught. Those are things we have to let go. We have to let go of all of that and be willing to believe that there is something more, way beyond what the human mind can understand, perceive, see, any of it.
Well, first of all, people got to understand that a lot of things have been hidden from us. They've kept us chasing a carrot, chasing
Oh yeah.
salvation, chasing freedom, chasing heaven, trying to buy your way into heaven.
Literally.
Everything that you can imagine, illnesses, everything, all of it's created to lower your vibes and keep you um, trapped in a reincarnation cycle, which is giving you, you think it's giving you eternal life, but it's really a soul trap.
Yeah.
We're already eternal. Our spirit doesn't die. Energy never dies. We just transform. We go from one form to another. We don't die. That's the thing. And people need to understand and get over that. I mean, and I understand that everyone's like, oh my God, it's so horrible. But no, no, no.
This
That's just the
physical body
icing
dies,
on the
but our
cake,
soul
girl.
doesn't.
Dude, that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. Okay, as soon as you can go on my website and look at the map I have on there and really look at how much stuff has been hidden from us, then you can start understanding that we've been hijacked. And
Yeah.
once you can understand that and accept it, that is where humanity is going to take a huge turn. Because I mean, like they're doing these, I don't know, they're doing psyop right now where the UFOs and stuff, right? They're shooting UFOs over
Yeah.
Alaska, over
Oh yeah.
Canada, right? All this stuff's
Well,
happening.
that's what started the thing with my mother, because she's calling them demons. She's saying it's the government. There's no such thing as UFOs, and if there are, they're demons. And I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
I
for
can't even
God's
talk
sakes.
about that. I
People,
can't talk about that.
look at me, people. Look, listen. The Bible was man-made. Spirituality has been forever. Okay, look. Earth has been around a lot longer. Humans aren't. I mean, we've been around a lot longer than we know, because all of that time is manipulated. I don't even want to go out there too much, because it's too much for a lot of people. But just understand that there's more than this life. Reincarnation is real. Look into Dolores Cannon's work, or you can look into hypnosis therapy. You can go to past life regressions. And the thing with the past life regressions is, especially with Dolores Cannon's work, is when she took one person back, and then another client would confirm that other person's, and so on and so on and so on. So it's not like, oh yeah, right, one person did this story, and it's no. It was many sessions that Dolores Cannon had where it was confirmation. One person's story would confirm the other person's story. This would confirm that. That would confirm this. Okay, so once you start going down that rabbit hole, you'll understand that we've been around a lot longer than that. Okay, our spirit is a lot older than we've been taught, and we've had lifetimes
Our
on.
spirits are as old as the universe, because we are the universe.
Yeah, we're infinite.
We've been here since the beginning. We have never gone anywhere.
And everybody can download from source. Everybody can download from source. The only difference between me and other people, or you and me and other people, is how much we can remember. That's the only difference. Everybody has the same abilities. Yep. Everybody has the same abilities. Everybody is going down that path. And so I know I've said that in the past too, but I'm struggling with my own, being patient. And I hate saying that, because it's hard to be patient when you've been waiting this entire time. And we are exhausted, because we're getting to, we've been here for so long, and we are homesick, and we don't know who we're homesick or where we're homesick for. We just know we're homesick. And it just, we want something that we don't understand, we don't know. And people that don't know about this, they're going through the same thing, where they're like homesick. They don't know what they want. They don't know what's going on. They're soul searching. They don't know what's happening. They can feel something is happening though. They know something is happening, but they can't put their finger on it. And that's why you and me, we have to just continue to put our voices out there and talk about it, because people will hear the message and be like, yep, I get you. I understand. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. And then they can go do soul searching, because we all of us have to come up with our own conclusion. There's nothing, like you said earlier, with you and me, and I know we both struggle with this, because we love our man so much. I fucking love him so much. I just want to drag him with me. I just want to knock him on the head like a caveman. Give me that.
You just said the same thing as me. Jinx, oh my gosh. That was a synchronicity right there.
Got it, girl. Fucking conk him on the head and just drag him with us.
I know. Pull him out of the cave, like the allegory of the cave. They are literally watching shadows on the cave wall, and we're going, there's sunshine.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Where who is it? It was Plato, right? That did the allegory of the cave. And isn't Plato the one that also described Atlantis?
I don't know. I'm horrible at that stuff. You got to understand that I wasn't really interested in a lot of that stuff because of my programming and my conditioning. It kept me away from free thinking. It kept me away from soul searching. It kept me away from thinking for myself, And so when I woke up and I was finally able to see that, I'm trying to learn as much as possible. So I love learning. And if you guys have anything that you think is monumental and you want to share with others, please post it down below in the comments, man, because we want to know. We want to see it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Please go. Please go.
I was going to say, after we get done, I'll text you the video of the allegory of the cave. It's like this old cartoon. And I love the illustration and that representation of it, because it's so good. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny that I did that at the same time as you.
Feel like I was reading your mind, you were reading my mind. We were
I'm the
we're on the
same
same
thing,
page.
and that's going to happen a lot more because that I hate to call it hive mind. It's more like heart mind.
Yeah. No, I
They
think
call it hive mind, but it's
we're
heart.
on the same vibe. We're on the same frequency.
Yeah.
It's not program. It's flying from the heart, and running with spirit, and that's where we live, is from the heart. Even when we're upset or angry or whatever, it's never coming from fear. It's coming from love. Everything is coming back to love. Every single thing that I do comes back to love.
Yeah.
And I even see fear as a lack of love now. I don't see fear as this big scary thing. I just see it as I need to put love in there, because why am I afraid of this? Because I'm not coming from a loving place. I'm coming from a lack of love.
Well, because you're in your mind.
Yeah.
Fear comes from thinking. Fear comes from overthinking, and that is because our mind is a magnet, basically, for lack of a better word, for thought forms. And so because of that, we can absorb thoughts from anywhere, anyone.
Yeah, and we're picking up these thoughts from these parasites in the food too.
Yes, that too, because they talk to our gut, and that's
Yes.
the neurons
If
in
you're
our
craving sugar, it's because the parasite's hungry, not because you're hungry.
well, sometimes it's other things too, like
Yeah.
getting clean and
Yeah,
stuff
no,
like
I understand that too.
like too, because man, when you first get clean, like I would just all you do is eat candy and sugar, and that's
Yeah.
because you're replacing the addiction, and that's fine. Don't judge yourself.
Yeah.
Don't judge yourself. Do it. But yeah, just clean your system out. We all need to detox. We all need
Yes.
to clean our system.
Clear,
There's so much
clear, clear
crap.
out the fluoride. Stop using fluoride toothpaste.
Yeah.
Stop. Like seriously, I won't
Although
give
it
it to my
doesn't matter.
daughter. I won't give it to myself. Like,
But it's not going to matter much longer anyway. See, that's the thing also, because no matter what they do, no matter what they're putting in our stuff, in the shots, whatever they're putting in the alcohol, whatever they're putting in the food, whatever they're putting in the water, whatever they're putting in the air,
we're transmuting it no matter what.
our body is an automatic transmuter.
Yep.
If you didn't know that. And also, it helps if you focus, though. It really helps a lot if you're
If you
consciously
have that
doing it.
intention. Yeah.
Because your perception gives power, and your attention gives power. So where your attention is going is where your power is, period. And that's why it's so important to stay out of your head and in your heart, because otherwise you can be led astray, you get lied to, you get attacked, you get thought forms, you get programming, you get overthinking, which is still programming, which is actually a trauma response. It's from dealing with trauma and trying not to cause more trauma. A lot of our thinking comes from that too. And a lot of us, in fact, every single person that's alive right now is going to be dealing with trauma, period, because of everything that we've been through.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
that's
exception.
you got to get through that purging. You got to get through it. You got to get through it to get to it.
Yeah. And I think that that's what I've been doing too, to get myself, not that I'm ahead of everybody else, but I am on a wave that is ahead of a few people, and so I'm trying to get as much done as I can, so that, I think my higher self has really just been guiding me a lot in doing what I'm doing. And it's hard because he triggers me and I'm trying not to react to my triggers, but my triggers are my responsibility. No one else's. You need to understand that as well. My triggers, if you post something on Facebook and I get upset about it, it's my problem. It's not your problem. It's mine. So
I have a great example on what you're saying. I saw a video the other day, and this lady said that if she's speaking to you in Spanish and you don't understand Spanish, and she's calling you the worst things, and like really like telling you the worst possible things about yourself, and it's all truth, but you don't understand any of it because it's a different language, it means nothing to you.
Yep.
It's not about what the words are. It has nothing to do with what that person's saying. It has to do with your interpretation of it.
My thoughts. Yep. It's how I receive it. And it's my choice if I want to react. See, that's where we need to get to as well, because we've been programmed to not think, just react. But we need to put that separation in there. And this is what my counselor is working with me as well. With my borderline, is putting separation between feeling and acting. And when you can put some separation in time in between feeling and acting, you can make yourself more powerful by choosing what you want to respond. Say, hey, I don't want to react like that. I don't want to respond with anger. Instead, I'm just gonna let them be angry and I'm not going to even think about it, you know, and because you're putting that space and that time in there, it's taking your power back, you know, and these are things that we are all working on. But yeah, that was it. I was like, ooh, quiet. It got quiet.
I know.
But
Yes. Maybe we need to do an
well, I was just gonna say, well, earlier, I drew a couple cards, and what came was empowerment, justice, and clarity. And empowerment, like we're all basically being empowered right now. Every single person on this planet, you know. And it's up to you what you want to do with it. But how does it go? Do no harm, take no shit. And I think that we all need to be living by that model right now. Do no harm, take no shit. That means I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to let you do what you need to do, but I'm also not going to let you hurt me. I'm going to be sovereign, and I'm going to have a separation and a boundary there. And I think we all need to be doing that independent. Not that we shouldn't be having interdependence, healthy interdependence with other humans. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we need to have healthy boundaries so that we can be a whole person for that interdependence, if that makes sense. Because then we can have healthy interdependence and it's not codependence. It's not, I'm relying on you, you're relying on me, and I'm depending on you, and your words can hurt me and have power over me. Okay, we don't want that anymore. We want healthy interdependence where I can speak whatever I want to do, however I want to be, good, bad, whatever, however you want to label it, and the other person not have any reaction to it. Oh, okay, so you're going to be happy today. Okay. Oh, okay, you're sad today. I hope you feel better. I love you. You know, that is what we're headed for, not your emotions are going to fucking fuck with me and I'm going to have a horrible day now. Thank you. That's hard. That's hard. That's where I'm at. I feel like that's what I'm learning right now is how to have that separation. And I feel like we're all getting that empowerment to have that, you know, wow, all that just from one card. That's awesome. And then I got justice too. So those of us that have been going through a lot, we're going to be, it's payday time. Like you said, it's payday time, you know, it's past due, you know, my payday is past due.
It is time for our abundance now.
Justice. I'm getting so, and clarity. I got clarity too. And that is, we're all getting that clarity, you know. I don't know. Where you at?
I pulled one more card from the Crystal Spirits Oracle deck, and it's for Petrified Wood. Do you want me to read what it says?
Yeah, because I have a big old chunk of petrified wood here.
Okay, grab it. I know, I gotta go get mine. I went to go get it, but it's buried under, because I got this new crystal organized. I went to, what is it, Home Goods, and I got like these little plastic containers to put all my crystals in. So, but now they're all stacked up and I have to go through everything if I want to get one out. So I'll do that when we get off the phone, but get yours.
I got it.
All right.
I got it.
Petrified Wood, and the number on it is 43. It says essential meaning, patience, timelessness. You're going to love this. Patience and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. The universe has its own ideas about when and how to bring your intention into form, but we can be impatient, forgetting that time allows the universal consciousness to get all the wheels turning so that what we wish to co-create can begin to manifest. The appearance of this crystal is a reminder to trust in the timing of the universe. Good things come to those who wait. Your message right now is to be open to divine order, for you cannot control the timetable or the form in which the universe expresses your intention. Focus on the process, putting one foot in front of the other as you work at your own growth and healing, and what you need will show up in perfect timing. Relationship message. Healing is a process, and you can't force the conscious universe to operate at your preferred pace. And really, you wouldn't want to, because there is a larger plan that accounts for so much that is invisible to you. Trust in the timing, and all will work out just as it should. Focus on the learning and the loving in your relationships, on reconnecting to the conscious universe for guidance. You cannot determine whether this relationship is right for you right now until you let go of the need to know all the answers instantly. Meditate, observe, take a break, and you will know which move to make and when to make it. Prosperity message. Patience is required when intention in coalescing into form. That's a hard word. So even if you are making every effort to secure a financial situation, recognize that the conscious universe may have different ideas about what you need and how to bring it about. Trust in universal timing. Do not obsess and let Petrified Wood Spirit help you be patient as what you need begins to show up for you. And then the Crystal Spirit Meditation. Petrified Wood teaches patience and reconnection with the wisdom of nature. It can assist those who view the world as materially based. Meditation with petrified wood can also be helpful in exploring and clearing ancestral patterns carried in DNA. So
Wow.
that is all I got.
Wow. That was a roller coaster ride. While I was reading that, I cried, I laughed.
I know.
I'm like, damn, that really hit me because I mean, it's exactly what we needed to hear. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, what I
Patience,
needed to hear, what
patience,
you
be
needed to hear.
patient. And it's funny because my mom, she said that when she was pregnant with me, she prayed for patience, and the nun told her, "Oh no, don't do that." And then she got
Yeah,
me. Then she said, and then she got me,
yep.
and I taught her patience.
Yeah.
She
Don't
still doesn't
pay.
have any patience, but it's okay. I didn't teach her very well, apparently.
Yes. But you were talking about that earlier too, man. Seriously, I feel like my parents, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they add to the veil of forgetfulness. Like my parents, I didn't wake up like I mean, while I never really believed everything 100% that they did. But I tell you, once my mom and dad were gone off this planet, I didn't have any problem like finding my spirituality. But while they were here, I did. I did. It's like I kept myself in a box for them. I don't know.
They're
It's
reeling
weird.
us back in with that umbilical cord, like that
Mhm.
silver cord. That's when they were doing my Reiki today. They were saying you got a lot of these strings hanging out here connecting you, and I was like, I know it's my mother.
Yep, it's true. It's
And
true. It's
I
hard.
was talking to a friend. She said you need to do an umbilical cord cutting, which is harder than just a regular cord cutting. And so
Yeah.
I have yet to do that. That is something that I'm going to research when we get off here. And
Yeah.
and that's
No,
definitely. And then
female.
maybe we could share about cord cutting next time and things like that.
Yes, and we can also do the statement of sovereign. I don't know how to say the sovereignty. I can't remember, but
Sovereignty.
there is we could do the statement
I am sovereign. I don't know.
sovereign statement. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
long too, but it's so worth it because it basically literally cuts every single cord. But it is something that you have to do often. It's basic maintenance for you because we just get attachments. We get attachments to silly things. We get
Yeah. Well, I
attachments
mean,
to
even
stores.
even even just connecting on the internet when you're looking at a meme and you're liking things, you're putting out energy there. And so we got to sage our Facebook. We need to sage our phones, our technology, our TVs, everything that we're connecting outside of our physical realm. We need to sage that. We need to cut the cords constantly because we're connecting and then we're disconnecting. We're connecting, but we stay connected whether we know it or not. Because I'll watch a TV program and then I'll dream about it. Well, what do you think that is? That's because I formed an energetic cord to
Yep.
the TV program. And
Yes.
what is it? It's a program. It's programmed in my mind and it's going into my subconscious and planning itself.
Yeah, I
Well,
did
then I'm
that with the
dreaming about it. The seeds
did that with
presence
the
about it.
song. Sucks because songs do that too. But now if it depends because it depends on who created the song, benevolent or malevolent.
And
And
what the
that's the
frequency
other
is behind it too, because a lot of them
That's the
carry
song
frequency.
that I'm talking about. It'll get stuck in my head, but the people that sing it aren't good, is what I'm trying to say. Like they're not on the up and up. They're like soul harvesters, and so
Well,
you have to be careful with that
like
shit.
for instance, I normally, even though I don't watch football, I normally will watch the Super Bowl and I'll always watch the halftime show because I like the commercials in the halftime show. Last night I wouldn't do it. I turned it on for maybe five minutes before the game started, and
Yeah,
I'm not a football person. Turned on before the game started, listened to them sing the national anthem, and then turned it off. And I said that's enough for me. That's all I need. I'm good. Chris Stapleton. I like Chris
30
Stapleton.
seconds.
You
Yeah,
know,
not even So just not interested anymore. I had we're
Yeah.
more NASCAR. We do NASCAR, so all of that shit, it's like whatever. I'm sure it's to a point. I'm sure there's some there too, but it's mostly competition. It's a little different, but it's
Well,
still.
I mean, so many of the halftime shows are like they're so satanic. It's like a satanic ritual, and you're literally watching it. And I'm going, and I didn't watch this one, so I don't know. I'm not commenting on it, but I did see what Rihanna was wearing, and it was like this red dress, and it's like, you know what? I don't even want to look. It's just not. It doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not going to get sucked into it and get programmed by it, and make that my world anymore.
Yeah, I mean, and we can do that another time too, because I did want to talk about the
The
excuse
elite.
me, well, soul harvesting.
Yeah.
How they do that, and it sounds crazy, but unfortunately it's true, and it's basically just harvesting the energies that you have, and
Energy vampires.
powerful, and
I
our
mean,
energy.
if you think about it, they're idolized, and what is idolization? You're worshiping. You're giving them your power because you're worshiping these celebrities.
Yeah,
You know, you're
exactly.
giving them your power by your praise. They're getting thousands and millions of likes, and they're getting all of this attention. Well, what do you think that is? You're forming these energetic bonds with these people that you don't even know, and
And then
their
they can
prosperity
just.
and their abundance is coming from our energy.
Yep.
We're sending our abundance to these people that we're worshiping instead of to ourselves.
Exactly. It's
So
silly.
we definitely need to cut some cords next time. I'm gonna do some research on that, and I'm gonna also look into the umbilical cord cutting, and then we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, because generally when I do a cord cutting, I will only cut the cords that no longer serve, because the other ones need a little bit more attention. There are cords and attachments that need more attention. So I'm kind of careful with that, because you don't want to just cut cords and not do anything. I mean, just follow up with positive light intention, because those attachments are going to run around and attach to anything. So if you are the one that's detaching it, then more than likely it's going to come for you. And
Try to
these are
reattach itself in
stronger
some way.
thought forms and stuff, because we are the ones that create those thought forms and give them power. So I mean, it's pretty deep, and I learned that was like one of the first things I studied was spiritual healing when I first woke up in 2020. So that 100% want to do 100% want to do that for my listeners. Um, so that we can all just take our power back, call our soul fragments back, be 100%. And that way, if we're 100%, we're not needy. We
Yeah.
don't need anything. Other people can be 100% and be fine too. And they can just go about their business and be happy. And we can go about our business and be happy, and that's where we're headed.
Yep.
But I think
All
that's
right.
it today.
Yeah, I think we're past our limit.
Yeah, 107. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I think
But
we did good today. I think we let spirit guide us, and I think that's the best way to do it, honestly.
yeah.
Anyway, is to just let the universe tell us what we need to talk about, and then we'll talk about it.
Intuitive, yeah, I love it, because just like the cards were brought to me today, and I feel like every single time we've done this, we've done something different. Like I did my singing bowl one time, I just feel like, just go with the flow, and I feel like whatever needs to happen, whatever just needs to come out is going to come out.
Well, that's
And
what flipping the script is all about, is taking that script and flipping it up, and we'll do it however the hell we're going to however the heck, I don't want to say hell, however the heck we're going to do it, and
yeah,
it's going to be flipped in one direction or the next. Never predictable, never understandable. It's always going to go wherever it's meant to go, and it's not about structure, it's not about ritual, it's not about any of these black dark magic things that they put on us. That is completely free spirit, and
authenticity, that's just going with the flow.
we are cage free speaking.
Yes, free roam speaking. There we go.
Yes.
Yes, yeah,
Freedom of thought form.
exactly. Heck yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
well, we will get together again soon with all of you guys who may or may not be listening. And if you're here, we love you.
We love you, and I love you. And also, if you need help or reach out to us to contact us, our information is in the description box, so you can reach out to us anytime or leave comments, because that helps too.
Yeah, that way we know there are actually somebody listening.
Yeah, I get them every now and again. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple. So keep
Yeah,
listening. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
of course. Talk to you guys soon. Love you.
All right. Love you, Joy. Bye.
I love you too.